Good morning. It's Margaret Fetty at the University of Sewing and his Facebook Live. So guys, if you weren't here yesterday, you missed out on hearing about a lot of new things, and I want to make sure that you don't miss it. So first thing we're going to talk about is the events we've got coming up, classes we've got coming up, and of course we have a giveaway for you today. So we're going to start. Rachel's here with me again. I'm so happy. So she's here. She's going to tell you what the giveaways are. There's 2 of them today. Actually, 3.
We got 3 giveaways today. So, make sure that you hit that share button, that you put in the comments that you shared it, so that you can be entered into our drawing to win our really exciting prizes today. Today we have a beautiful panel. We've got it kind of displayed here. Fractal flowers.
And it's starting to scoot. It's going to fall off.
I know, we're trying to set this up here so it doesn't fall.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of this. Okay. You keep talking.
Fractal flowers. Think spring, think bright, think geometric and fun. How fun is this panel? And it's going to come with a beautiful pattern that is panel friendly. And as you can see, even though it has this very traditional panel on the front, if you flip it to the back, you can see it's designed for any panel that you have with any kind of fabric that you might have on hand. I know that you can do something really cool with this. So those are our 2 quilty things that we're doing. And then the third prize that we have today in our drawing.
This is going to be a group. Just so you know, this is going to be given together.
Yeah.
But
the one's an additional.
But there's 2 tickets we're giving away.
We are giving away 2 tickets to the IHQS, the Indiana Heritage Quilt Show, where we will be all weekend long from February 29th to March 2nd. We're going to be there. We've got 2 booths that we're going to have.
And we're going to give away today 2 tickets. So when you do the share thing, what you need to do is make sure that you note in your comment there, when you say shared, put in quilt show if you're gonna be here to be able to go to the quilt show. Now, obviously, if you aren't planning to travel to Bloomington or you don't live around Bloomington, don't do that, because we want to give it away to people who are going to be there. I mean, that seems very logical.
Going to enjoy it. It's such a great show.
It's such a great show.
There's going to be huge art quilt displays. You're just going to have quilty inspiration all weekend long. And
the really fun part about that show too is that on Thursday, if you come on Thursday, that afternoon at 5 o'clock to 7:30, we're going to be doing an open house. That is February 29th. We'll be doing an open house. At that open house, there's going to be door prizes. There is going to be a basket giveaway, and there's going to be music, refreshments. It's going to be a great evening. So we hope you'll join us for that. And then, of course, we'll be at the show the whole weekend. So if you can't come until Friday or Saturday, no problem. The shop will be open that entire time. Denise and Alice are going to help, and Cheryl are going to help man this area. And Rachel and I will be at the quilt show. We're going to have our friend Lucy there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You guys have to come and see me.
So if you haven't had a chance to meet her yet, that'll be your opportunity, because she's only here 1 day or 2 days a week other than that. So sometimes you don't get to meet her. So, okay. So let's talk about some more things going on here. We have a very special event coming up in April. Are you an embroiderer, a machine embroiderer, or do you aspire to be a machine embroiderer? I think it's a lot of fun, but there's a lot to learn. So we're going to start off our event with this wonderful Get All the Essentials event. This is going to have a whole area on stabilizer education. You're going to get to see a behind the look scene into the OESD embroidery design process. There's going to be a trunk show. And of course, we're going to have door prizes and giveaways. And as Denise always says, we'll have chocolate, I promise. You're going to get a goodie bag. This is really going to be fun. The very nice thing about this is the part of the events that you don't have to bring anything. You just get to come, maybe bring a notebook and a pen and take some notes, but you're going to get a goodie bag full of stuff. There's going to be all kinds of, they're going to work out this whole thing so that you get discounts on any designs you want to buy that day. It's going to be a fabulous event. And yes, it costs money, but you're going to get $200 worth of sewing goodies. You're also going to get a free lunch that day. And this does go from 10 to 5. And of course, we have to pay the person coming to see us. So we have an OESD educator. So that's why it costs something. Plus, you know, as well as I do, if there isn't a little bit of cash in the game, you will not show up. So that happens. The other thing about this is, though, if you decide to bring a friend, there is a discount and you will get a credit. Actually, it's not a discount, it's a credit. You'll get a credit on your account to use at the shop that day. So, I mean, how bad could that be? So, wonderful fabrics and anything. You can use that credit for whatever you want. You don't have to spend on embroidery stuff. You can spend it on whatever you want. So, you will get that credit. Then,
Ooh.
Here we go.
And
Here
then
we go.
the next day, the next 2 days after that,
Right. And
we have
this,
our wonderful OESD Let's Celebrate event. It's a 2-day long event with another OESD educator, the
Same one.
same OESD educator, and this is the one where you have to bring your embroidery unit, because you are going to learn how to make these 5 amazing projects that all are party themed.
they are party themed. What's going to be really fun about this is, again, it's 2 all day. You're going to be looking at 10 to 5 both days. We will supply lunch for you, and you will get to come. Now, you can either bring your own sewing machine and embroidery unit, but I will tell you, if your machine and embroidery unit will not accommodate like a maxi hoop size, that's the bigger hoop size, you're going to have to borrow one of our machines. So if you don't have one and you want to try this out and you want to participate, maybe you have some familiarity with some machine embroidery, this will be a lot of fun. So if you want to do this, I'm just going to tell you there is limited seating. All the details are on our website. Put in either OESD or Let's Celebrate, or you can put in essentials. I can guarantee you on the site there's not a lot. It's gonna pop right up. So these are all gonna be on there. Pricing, everything about the details of it. This is a wonderful idea for you. If you haven't traveled to Bloomington before, maybe this is the one for you. So you could plan a 3-day adventure here. You can visit with the University of Sewing staff. You can go and learn all these wonderful things about embroidery, and you can hang out with us, so which we would love. So also in that information on our website is, and this is easily found if you go hit the calendar and go to April, you will be able to find it very easily. But like I said, if you just put OESD in, it will show up. So if you decide to do this and you are coming from out of town, we put a link to all the hotels so that you could pick the place that is suited for your budget, what you want to do. You know, I always budget for that kind of a little bit cheaper hotel so I can spend more money while I'm at my event. So just telling you that I tend to do that. Yes, I tend to do that. Right, you're just sleeping there. Bloomington has wonderful restaurants. We have wonderful shop here for you to hang out. There's lots to do around here. And I just think that this would make a great trip for you. So I hope you will consider that. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask us. We are here. You can just give us a call and we can give you any details you need. All right.
Finally, we have
our classes that are coming up next week. So I don't want you to miss this if you haven't seen it. The clothing introduction to knits, Alice is doing a serger version of that. You get to make up a t-shirt top or a tunic top, and you can do this as a class, and that is next Monday. Next Monday, also at 6 p.m., we are having a half square triangle class, and that one is a quilting technique class for those of you who feel like your half square triangles never turn out well. Cheryl will give you some wonderful tips and tricks to make that happen. And it's after work, so that's going to be convenient for you folks. On Tuesday, we have a mastery class on embroidery basics. Okay, if you want a Bernina and you want an embroidery machine, get your butt here for Alice's class. You want to do this. She is so good. She helps everybody. After they get to take her class, they are just ready to go. They're so excited. But I want you to also remember something. You're allowed to take our classes like these as many times as you want. We do not care if you bought your machine here or somewhere else. We want you to learn how to love your Bernina and be able to use it. So she's doing the embroidery mastery class on Tuesday, and then Wednesday we're getting ready for the quilt show. So actually the next couple of classes that happen on Wednesday and Thursday all filled, and then on the following week, and which is again getting ready for, oh wait a minute, stop. I'm getting my weeks mixed up. Friday of next week we have the garment fitting class.
Your garment fitting class.
Garment fitting class. Have you been thinking about making some clothes, wanting to make some clothes, and you haven't done it yet? This is a class that's really good for the person who feels confident sewing just their basic seams, doing the different things that they want to do for clothing. And what you can do is you can make a mock-up. Okay, I had somebody ask me this the other day. What's the difference between a mock-up and a, what was the other, muslin? There isn't one. They're both used interchangeably. Basically what it means is that you're going to sew, you're going to go ahead and we're going to move, Dave. Oh. So we're going to go ahead and, sorry, I knew this was going to happen. I tried to get it done beforehand. So the fitting class, what you do is you take and do pick a pattern, make the pattern up out of scrap fabric that is similar to what you are going to make your garment out of. So in other words, you will sew your shoulder seams, your side seams, putting your sleeves on a top. On something like a jacket, it's the same kind of thing. Then what you need to do, like for a jacket though, you want to mark the center front so we know where it's at. The idea here is that you're going to come in with something that's a little bit too big for you. We're going to fit it on you. We'll make the changes on your pattern and we'll give it back to you so you have a pattern that fits you. How cool is that?
And
so
if you're worried about not having enough muslin, we have muslin.
Yes, we have plenty.
I want to show you, we have a ton of muslin right here.
Yes, we do. We have a ton of muslin. But you know what? We've all made that fabric purchase that was a mistake.
Oh.
We've all done it. So if you're making a knit and you go into your knits and go, oh, why did I buy that knit? That's the perfect one to make your knit top out of for your fitting class. So make sure that you look at that and see if you can't do that for next Friday. The following week, we are going to be doing a Bernina mastery class on the computer part of the machine. Then we're going to be doing sewing demystified, learn how to use your sewing machine. That's the one where you learn how to literally thread it and wind your bobbin. And that is for people who've never sewn before. You might know somebody that works for. So finally, that following week on the 29th, the 1st and the 2nd of March, we've got the quilt show. So a lot coming up. And I wanted to make sure I covered it all for you because you know what? We only have so many days to cover it. So,
hey, Margaret.
Yes.
Could you maybe model what you're wearing today? That was done with your serger too, right?
Serger, cover stitch machine, and my sewing machine.
So
I did it with all of them.
Show us the edge of that.
Oh, you mean the piping? Or I mean, it's not really piping. What I did was made some kind of like pin tucks. I just folded the fabric like this and I stitched it down. so that it would make these really cool kind of pin tucky looking things. So, and I top stitched this seam down because it's going down like the center of my body, and I didn't want that seam allowance twisting or anything. I thought it would look prettier. But on the sleeve hems, this is where I used my cover stitch feature. So I don't know how well that's showing up, but on the back, there's the back of the cover stitch feature. And see, what you do with it is you just cut it off after that. You fold it up, you stitch it, and then you cut away the extra. It's really fun. So on YouTube...
And today it's warm.
And yeah, it was exactly what I wanted. It's only 25 degrees here, guys. It is very cold here today. And we got 5 inches of snow last night.
In like 3 hours.
Yes, in like 3 hours. It was crazy. I don't like snow. I know some of you like snow. I don't. So,
I love snow. I love snow.
I know you do. But you're from Michigan.
I'm from Michigan.
And
so
you're
like,
silly.
I'm like, oh yeah, let's play in the snow.
Okay. So I brought us show and tell today.
Hey.
All right.
I don't know if you guys recognize this fabric. We were actually showing it off just a couple of months ago. But this is a Japanese cotton. Yes, because
it's a sateen.
Yes, it's a sateen.
It's
right?
got
so
the little bit of shine to
little bit
it.
Of sheen. Can you see all the details on it, Dave? Do you need it closer?
Please.
You should see what I love. I mean, just look at, we've got this beautiful upright collar on it. And look at these buttons. Look at these copper buttons.
So we sell those buttons.
We sell them, yeah.
And of course we sell the fabric. It's a Nani Euro. And this is done with my serger and my sewing machine. If you're going to sew this kind of fabric, I highly recommend you use a Microtex needle. I put it together really fast. It was so not hard to do. It's very pretty. I'm really liking this pattern a lot. It's just so useful. Very,
I like how it's a little bit longer in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, now, you know how important that is.
Well, look up on the tag and it'll tell us which. See that little tag?
Oh, this one. So this was Butterick pattern.
Yep.
The B5786.
B5786. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. B586. You added an extra number in there.
That's not a set. That's not a
5786. What did we say here just a minute ago? Look at this, guys.
5786.
Here.
I swear I know how to read. But that's the pattern for this shirt.
So I have now.
Margaret just keeps making.
That's the fourth one I've made. So you know what's so cool about having a pattern that fits you? You don't have to redo any of that fitting stuff again. It fits you.
Yeah. And then you just have that pattern.
And I've got a piece of Italian cotton that next week we will show on Friday. And when we show that one, maybe I might even have my shirt done by then.
Oh,
I'm making a shirt.
So cute.
And I'm going to do 3/4 length sleeves on that one. So I don't know if I'll have it finished or not, but I will tell you it is so fun to be able to look at the fabrics we have here and just decide to make something. And I'm going to just tell you in all fairness, you guys are quilters. You have to be so much more exact than clothing sewers have to be.
I have discovered this.
Isn't that funny?
I watched Garment Makers, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so loosey-goosey with it. And you're just like, oh, no, it's all going to work. I'm like, oh.
It's really true.
We're like, hold on. I did not quite get a scant 1/4 inch on that. I must redo that seam.
Yes, and she's that exact in particular. And I'm just telling you, I get a shirt done in an evening. Yesterday, I put together an entire sweater. That serger thing, these sergers and just being able to adjust just 1 or 2 things. I made my stitch length a little bit longer on my sweater knit, and I took and changed the pressure of the presser foot just a little bit, and then I ran everything through the serger, and it just put together all my seams. Didn't have to worry about it. Oh, by the way, it was a little too big, so I took a little bit more out. It took me seconds.
Oh, gosh.
So it was really fun. Okay. Speaking of clothing fabric, we have right now just gotten in new colors from Robert Kaufman. These are brushers, washer, linen, rayon blends. This stuff makes up the most beautiful clothes for summertime. It is absolutely lovely and wonderful. It's drapey. Guys, I'm telling you, capris, pants, dresses, what do you want to make out of it? I am in love with this brick red. It is so pretty.
So pretty.
It is just a lovely, lovely fabric. You are going to love it too. Washable, dryable. So what we've got here, according to the instructions, wash in cold, tumble dry on low, and use a warm iron. It's fantastic. We also have this incredible taupe color. This is just stunning. Bags, jackets, skirts, culottes. What do you want out of it? Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Then, how about the quintessential perfect color of denim? That's what this is. It is so beautiful. And look at the denim with the taupey gray. I mean, how pretty do these look together? So these are all going to be, no, they're not in the system yet, guys. We just got them in yesterday and I couldn't resist. I wanted to show them to you. But they are not hard for us to get in the system. By the end of today, we should have that done. This beautiful charcoal black is here and available also. I like this because it's got some heathered tones to it. I think it works for a lot of different skin tones. Maybe if you don't look good in a pure black, this might work instead. And then how about the perfect olive green? How beautiful is that? It is really gorgeous. See, it still has tape on it because it just came in. So very, very beautiful. So I wanted to make sure we told you about those. I am very excited about this group of fabric. I was just looking through my wardrobe, seeing where I have some gaps. And what I really don't have are any summer pants or any spring summer pants into fall. These fabrics are going to be fabulous for that. Now, they are going to be better as a loose pair of pants, for me at least, but because they don't have any stretch. So we do have those denims we just got in from Italy that all have some stretch. They're beautiful in a variety of different colors. Do not forget about those. Yes, pants classes are coming. So those classes, when we do them, I'm just going to tell you, we are really going to limit the number of people in them because pants are a little more challenging. But we have our first pants class next week. It is done with a pair of, it's a waistband on gathered pant, very casual, very loose. And it's the first one we've done. It literally sold out 3 days after we had it up on the class list. So look for our pants classes. We're going to do more of them. I'm going to plan for some knit pants and some regular traditional pants. Let's see what we can do in getting our wardrobes complete. Not just tops and jackets, but we will do that. And by the way, do you guys want some more jacket classes? Because we just had a request for one of the jackets we made a sample of. Alice made a sample for us, and it was one of the sewing workshop jackets. And I've already heard from one customer that she would like to see that as a class. I thought that might be a good choice for us. Guess what? This fabric would work out well for that too. Okay, we got a couple of new soft knits in, and Dave told me I might be repeating myself, but this fabric right here in particular, I was kind of worried if you didn't get to see it. By the way, it goes with half the fabric sitting over here. If you did not get this one yet into your wardrobe, we've already sold a bunch off of it, and I know it's going to sell out. It's super cute, very nice. The scale of the print is perfect for most people. It is very nice. The colors work for a lot of us, and I thought it was really, it has a little bit of femininity, but it's not super girly. So I really liked it, and I think this is a real pretty one. This is one of the 95% cotton with the 5% lycra in it, and periwinkle. I just got to tell you, I'm a huge fan of periwinkle. I think it's such a pretty color. I think so many people can wear it. Everybody from someone with some olive skin to someone like me who's as pale as it gets. So I think it's just such a beautiful fabric. All right, we have a couple of other fabrics I want to tell you about, and it's almost 10 o'clock. How did that happen? We are getting a new blender line. And I really wanted to show you this because I think it's pretty fabulous. I believe there's 120 pieces in it, and it will slowly but surely be coming in. And we have it in some really pretty colors right now. This blender line is called Shadow Blush. It is from Benartex. The fabric feels fabulous. We took some home already. We washed and dried it. It has a wonderful hand. It comes out pretty good. Not quite as perfect as our RJR Cotton Supremes, but pretty good. And I think it's less spotty than a lot of the other blenders that are out there. I think it has a more painterly feel, and it gives depth without being splotchy. So I wanted to show you, this one shows it off really well. And we have this other lovely grass green color. Now we've only got 8 bolts of it right now, but just start looking for it. It'll be coming in, and eventually we will have the entire line. So it's really beautiful. Look at this gorgeous color. This is a wonderful, I call it a terracotta myself. They're calling it coral. So this is a really, really pretty color. I think this will work for a lot of things in your quilts and so forth. So those are a couple of the 8 we just got in. I just wanted you to see how they're made so that when you go online and you look at the different colors of it, put in Shadow Blush, it'll come out, and they will go ahead and it will be it'll just pop right up for you. Okay, last one we're going to talk about is this lovely fabric right here. You guys have seen it. It's upside down. I just got informed. Okay, so this one right here is our book Curio from RJR. It is a canvas. We have it also in navy, and I wanted you to see the canvas in the off-white. I thought this pattern was really gorgeous. We've sold out of 2 bolts of it already. Not this particular one, but of our cottons gone. So we've got the canvases still left in navy, and we have this one now I just brought in, and the navy is halfway gone. So they come in 15-yard bolts, and the navy's halfway gone, and this one just came in. If you want some, please order it soon. I don't want you to be disappointed. I don't know if they're going to reprint this. I sent a message to them the other day, and they said if they get enough orders, they will reprint the cottons, but I don't know about the canvases. So we'll just have to see. But I think that if you move on this quickly, you will be able to get whatever fabric you need for your projects. Perfect for that tote bag to the library, isn't it? It's just perfect for that. Maybe a backpack. I love that it shows all the little different stories, Heidi, Little Prince, all kinds of Jack and Jill, the 3 Bears, how all of the stories that we have just had forever. They are just beautifully done. You can read it. It's actually, you know, sometimes the prints either so small or it's just too big. The scale of this is just perfect. So don't forget, today is when you share, you can either get this prize, which is a quilt pattern and a panel. They go together. At least the idea is that they would go together. What's really great about a pattern is you can just keep using it over and over again. And so that is going to be one of the prizes. And then the other two prizes are tickets to the Indiana Heritage Quilt Show. The Indiana Heritage Quilt Show is going to be on February 29th through the 2nd of March. It's going to be here in Bloomington, Indiana at the Convention Center. If you think you can go to that, then in the share section, once you share, you guys all know what you do is you put in the comments that you shared. We'll contact you and find out if you're going to be here or if you're going to be needing to have your prize mailed out to you. As far as the tickets go, if you're in town, you can come and pick them up, or if you're out of town, we'll send you the information so that you can have it before you get to Bloomington. So don't forget that if you want the quilt tickets, put into the comments section, quilt show.
Just a reminder, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That is correct. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They do not do anything there on Sunday. So it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I just found out that the Bloomington Quilt Guild is going to be doing their quilt show this October. And so we've got all kinds of wonderful things going on in Bloomington. Don't forget about the OESD events. Oh, I know what I forgot to tell them about. Kids Camp. I completely forgot about Kids Camp. So Kids Camp. If you've got a grandchild and you are looking for a wonderful thing to do with them for several days, we have Kids Camp in 2 different weeks in June. We are going to have an open house about them, and that piece of paper is not in front of me, so I don't remember when the open house is. I believe it is in April. So we're going to do an open house so that they can come in and try it out. But you know what? You know how this goes, guys. Kids programming and things that they're going to do over the summer, people sign up really quick and they do it early. If you're interested in this, I mean, if we don't get enough signups, we'll cancel it. So I don't want you to be in that position. Go ahead and get them signed up quickly so that we know how many we're going to be doing for this. Our open house and the kids camp information are all on the website. They are listed under Youth Sewing Camp, and you will be able to find it very easily. There's not that many things that use the word youth, so it makes it easier to search it. So why don't you try that? And if you have any questions about it, if you want any more information, you don't feel like there's enough on the website, all you have to do is call us. I hope you have a wonderful day. We got to get going. We got a class going on this afternoon, or I should say this morning, and we will look forward to seeing you next Friday for Facebook Live.